Well, anyway, all right, folks. It is oh fuck. It is 11:53 at night. And now I'm kind of going back to my old platform of Halloween display update videos, where I'd start off at nighttime after I had already done all the work during the day. So, totally lost my fucking train of thought. Anyway, I tampered with the graveyard a little bit more today. I put Nightmare Spectre down here, and I think he looks a lot better there. My problem is that I'm experiencing, I think I have to cut the tree back right here, because I don't want him to get, the fabric to get torn. Well, anyway, I'm a lot happier with how it looks now. I took down the fencing from over there, so now that's open. I'm gonna move that tree somewhere. The fuck was that? And I did what I usually do, and I opened up the fences here so that now you get a much better view of the graveyard. Now, the graveyard's not going to stop here. It is going to continue along that way, but this is going to be the focal point of it because I plan to have other things in that direction. Oh wait, here comes a car. Let's see if the light sensor catches Nightmare Spectre. Yep. Of course, it kind of sucks because by the time he goes off, the car is already fucking blasted down the road. But at least it activates him. I think it works out really good also because the way the wire comes out, it pulls the robe up a little bit, so he looks more like, I don't know, floating, I guess. So, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And also, I was really worried, like I said, about putting anything right there because of the flag, but the flag clears him. The flag totally doesn't interfere with him at all. If he was moved a little more forward, it would, but it doesn't interfere with him, so that's good. Then I needed something to fill the space over there, so I just hung up the old 2021 Shaking Spirits. It's temporary. I think I'm going to probably put something else there. But he looks pretty good with a strobe light under him. That's the one that works on and off, by the way. If you remember back in 2023, there was a whole update video I did where he was cutting out, and he still does that from time to time, but tonight he was working fine, so I'm not going to complain. So yeah, I'm very happy with how this is coming out now. I had these things. There's a set of 3 pathway markers. They used to have Spirit Halloween, but they're battery operated, and the batteries somehow or another, the whole thing, battery pack just came disconnected and shit, and I didn't want to repair it. So I just pulled all the wiring out, and I drilled a hole in the back, and I put in a flickering C7, so I think that looks alright. I'm going to replicate that in the expanded part of the graveyard, because like I said, I have two other hands. For very minimal applications, these sparkling spotlights do kind of work. But it's 1 step forward and 2 steps back, as it turns out, because even though I got all this looking kind of good, and I really like how the fade in, fade out effect looks on the ghost, but even though I have all this looking pretty good, I'd say, shit kind of went haywire because all of my white spotlights are no longer working. And as you know, they were working last night. So I have to get new ones to put under the trees because you can't see the trees at all from the road. They just blend in with everything else. So order of business now is I have to get white spotlights urgently, and quite a few of them because there's also nothing lit up here either. White spotlights. If you look up there, 2, orange light strings. If you remember the ones that I had to replace a bunch of bulbs on, yeah, those are fucking shot now. So I have to replace those on the porch. Otherwise, the porch is still looking okay. I replaced Nightmare Spectre with Seaweed Witch, obviously, as you know. That's how the video started. What else? I have to get orange lights to put around here on the fences. Either that, or if I could pull it off, I want there to be orange on the fences because I need something to break up the blue and green. So whether I just string orange lights around the top, or I keep losing my train of thought. I keep having Joe Biden moments. Or if I put like orange fire and ice or something on the bottom. I don't know. I have a month to go. Oh yeah, that reminds me, speaking of fire and ice, I got a couple blue spotlights, fire and ice spotlights to replace those with on the porch. However, I got them 4 days ago, I think, and granted, I got them on eBay, new old stock, but the sellers, and I got 2 of them, one from a different seller each, and they refused to ship them. So I don't know what the fuck is going on, but hopefully, today's Sunday, so hopefully tomorrow they will ship them out. But yeah, so lighting, as usual, is going to be the big issue here. And yeah, that's about it for tonight. It seems like progress is moving a lot slower than I would like it to. A lot slower than it's especially been moving, like when I started. But, you know, it's still moving. It's still moving along. I have fences, tombstones everywhere, because now I have to work out how I'm going to get around the sump pump drain and expand that way. And I will tell you now, this fucking thing, this cable that goes up to the telephone pole, that is such a pain in my ass. And I don't know what to do to cover that up right now. But I really want to cover that up because it's such a fucking eyesore in the middle of everything. Yeah, that's about it. Now you can kind of see what I'm talking about here, where the trees are not very visible. So I need to light up the trees. I also found one of my orange bulbs for there, but I still want to get flame bulbs regardless. Yeah, it's kind of looking like a Spirit Halloween theme down here a little bit. Yeah. Well, folks, that's about all she wrote for tonight. It is now, yes, it's now past 2 past midnight. So my lights have already been on way longer than I intended them to be. So I'm going to begin shutting down. But anyway, thanks for watching, folks. Take care.